Hey, welcome back. This is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, and this is Tarot My Becoming. This is a timeless message, usually posted around lunchtime, so there is no date associated to it. If you are here and watching this, it's because the title of the message resonated with you. It's possible that the entire message or just part of the message may be for you, or maybe nothing at all. You realize after hearing it that it doesn't apply to you, and that's okay too. And so just take what makes sense, leave the rest behind. And yeah, we'll just get started. I hope your day is going great. I know for me, I just finished taking my Italian course. I'm taking Italian. And I just learned that my professor is a retired professor from Stanford. She's been teaching there for 30 years. So it was just fascinating. And she's Italian. So I love the fact that I'm being taught Italian by an Italian. So it's been a great experience learning Italian. That's one of my favorite things that I look forward to. I have to say that doing tarot is becoming my first. Like, I get so excited when I think about tarot. I get so excited about actually like doing a message, picking up on a message, sharing that information and what I know. So that's definitely, like, there is a rush that I get just doing this for you all. So I am so happy to be here doing this for you. So let's see, we're gonna do past, present, future. I decided to use the wisdom of the oracle for the overall message. And then we're still doing the Light Seers Tarot. That's just one of my favorite decks. So let's see what that message is. 3 cards, please. 3 cards. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. Oh, past. A change in the wind. A change in the wind. Something is changing. Something has changed. Present, please. There's almost this feeling of going backwards too. I mean, sometimes before you're able to go forward, you gotta go backwards, right? 2 more, please. 2 more. A change in the wind. Oh, higher power. This one's a beautiful card. Higher power. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, I don't know if you're able to see, but there's like an angelic face. There we go. Look at how amazing that looks. Pondering. There's this pondering feeling. Is that a key? Is that a key on her forehead? Let's see. Let's try to zoom in there. It looks like a key in her third eye. Tapping into your source. There's 2 faces. I just realized that. There's 2. There's one like in the... I won't say heart chakra, possibly, but it feels lower, like the solar plexus. So there's the image of the angelic face here, but then right above here, there's this other face. So definitely tapping into higher power, your intuition. It's a 4 card, so that's groundedness. So feeling grounded with spirituality, which is great. 1 more, please. 1 more. Even the first one, a change in the wind, it's a 12. So if you add 1 plus 2, that's 3. There's this progression from 3 to 4. 1 more, please. Oh, you got 2. To the sea and regeneration. There's some type of definitely transformation occurring. To the sea and regeneration. This is scorpionic energy. This is the death and rebirth card. So yeah, definitely undergoing some type of spiritual change. Spiritual because we're talking about the higher power, but going to the sea. The sea is oftentimes symbolic for emotional clearing, cleansing, kind of getting lost in that emotional experience to clear out any heaviness. I mean, she even looks sad through this process. She's going down and there's this feeling of trusting the universe that she's being guided. She's not looking down. She's just knowing that she's being guided. And then there's this guide right above there. So it's definitely been a venture. It progresses to, that's a number 7 card. And then the regeneration is a 46. 4 plus 6 is 10, which takes you back to 1. Takes you back to wholeness. So awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Let's see. 3 cards, please, for change in the wind. Past, please. 3 cards for the past. Lovers. A decision, a connection, maybe soulmate energy that created this change in the wind. Let's see. 2 more, please. Sometimes love, sometimes, I mean, it's through relationships that we become transformed, that we evolve. So here is 2 of Swords. So you were forced to tap into your intuition, right? 2 of Swords is a decision to make, blinded, meaning you're having to trust your instinct and what direction you need to go to. 1 more, please, for the past energies. There's Libra energy with the 2 of Swords also. If you notice, she has a tattoo here, almost of the scales. So having to make a decision as to whether or not this experience was balanced for you. I mean, it almost feels like you were caught up in it. You were caught up in this connection. Oh, 2 cards. 6 of Wands and Death energy. So there was definitely a feeling of triumph, the feeling of you achieved the relationship you wanted, only to discover that it unlocked some type of death process, regeneration process. This is like it opened up the Pandora's box. There's this element of like what was hidden inside is now being illuminated. And so, yeah, there's definitely this feeling of that this connection was the change in the wind that you needed. Definitely was evoking change. And if you can see, like, it's almost like I don't want to say like it's falling apart, but there's this element of it's being disintegrated. Like the wind is just like tearing parts of it off almost. Yeah, so it definitely was. I mean, it seems lighter here compared to here. In terms of just how much change occurred. But a change occurred. And so, I mean, even these are choices. This is a choice card. This is a choice card. And so, yeah, this was definitely an experience where you made certain choices. You either called this in for yourself. I mean, you did. We always attract these experiences. I believe in the law of attraction. And sometimes when we don't realize what we're attracting, it's by default. So it's not that you wanted certain things to come your way. It's just that where your mindset was or how you were emotionally experiencing life at that point in time. You know, what you focus on is what you get. And so love could have been the focus. And yeah, this was definitely a transformative connection for you. So let's go into present time, higher power. We have 2 cards here. Tower. Yeah, transformation. But not all transformation is bad transformation, right? You got the Ace of Swords, which is the second one. So this brought you enlightenment. This brought you connection to your source, higher power, right? That's why this is in the middle, right? This is what's happening right now. It's also could be what happened in the past, depending on when you're reading this or hearing about this. Or this is going to be something that's going to come towards you if you are in the middle of a connection right now that is a catalyst connection, a soulmate connection, something that is definitely turning your life upside down, to see yourself from another perspective, to see other people from another perspective. I mean, oftentimes when we're doing transformative work or shadow work, the healing work is calling on us to reevaluate. And this is also bringing you some ideas for groundedness in a way that's tapped into your spirituality. So definitely you're like starting all over. There's this element of starting all over with this experience. And there's cycles that you're completing, cycles that you're trying to balance out. I mean, Pentacles doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be resources, it could be time, it could be knowledge. And if you look here, there's this like circling, cycling effect, and there's this circling, cycling effect being balanced here. So there's definitely, you know, when we're talking about pentacles, or it's resources in general, so it doesn't necessarily have to be money. All right, future, let's see what's happening. Oh yeah, Ace of Wands. Your intuition is definitely being activated like no tomorrow. You can see in the dark, in essence, like, and there's almost this feeling, there's sadness to it. Like if you look, like there's this, like, you know, it's almost like it's clearing out the sadness. This wasn't an easy transformation for you. But it wasn't an easy transformation for you. 2 more, please. 2 more. Yeah, I mean, gosh, like relationships can do that to you. They're meant to. You're meant to transform and change and grow. Not necessarily that will happen every time. Just as that occurs on one side of the spectrum in terms of relationships, the other side also exists. You may be caught in a relationship that's stagnant, that's stuck, that doesn't really do anything for you. Also keep in mind that there are seasons in relationships, right? Not all the time are things going to be happy and glowy and like, yeah, cycle. There's cycles and cycles and cycles of clearing that needed to occur. I mean, you're still in the process of clearing this. This isn't something that is finalized, because this isn't the last card. This is this death and rebirth process really had to, I mean, it had to shake up your world. It really needed to shake up your world, because there was some layers of layers of poop that needed to get cleared out, for sure. I mean, poop is also manure, right? It's also what brings life. And so this clearing out of generational, maybe trauma, generational relationship issues, right? This soul connection really did a number to you in a great way. Like it was to your benefit, because you were able to connect to yourself better. Yeah, this is going to help you open up to love again. It's going to help you open up to love again. You know, and you're going to be able to have fun in a different way. You're going to be able to, you know, if you notice, the Knight and the Lovers are different. You started off with something incredibly intense, and you're going to something that's lighter, right? So you're learning how to pace yourself. You're learning how to take it easy, right? Allow yourself to be wooed. Allow yourself to be swept off your feet, versus completely getting caught off into a storm of passion. Not that there isn't anything wrong with passion, but passion, you know, is not intimacy. There are different degrees and types of intimacy. But if you're looking for something that's long-term, which I believe that you are, then, you know, you definitely have to keep it light, take it slow. Even the stallion in the back, the stallion is tamed. Like usually stallions aren't tamed, right? They're out in the wild, they're running. But if you take a look at this stallion in the back right here, I'm gonna try to zoom in as much as I can. There's like that covering on the mouth. Let's see, there's a covering, and then they have like this sarape, I don't know what it's called, on their back. And there's almost like this, like they're just pacing themselves. They're not completely set free. So there's definitely something about taming that wild side a little bit more. Yeah. And there's almost even like this patient feeling coming out of this, about this guy, right? Like he's just staring, right? And it doesn't have to be a he. It could also be a she. It's just that, I mean, compare this, right? Like this patiently awaiting consent versus this one. I mean, this one is definitely more like, I want you, I need you right now. And this one's like, hey, are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? Yeah, it's definitely, you know, this love affection, this love connection, this soulmate energy, catalyst energy was definitely something that had to occur in order for your intuition. I mean, look at the flame in all of these. Like there's like a flame in the hair, passion, right? The flame and the bolt of energy, and then the connection here. When you're looking at it right across, there's also this feeling of like getting caught up with either expectations or just the idea, you know, sometimes we get into a relationship because of how it presents, and like what attention it can bring to us. And so we're blinded by that. We're blinded by whatever facade, whatever idea, you know, when we latch on to a partnership, sometimes we think, oh, they're going to bring us this, either happiness, money, fame, blah, 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 right? Versus looking at yourself to be able to bring yourself to that point, and not being dependent or codependent on somebody else for that. So there was definitely some type of blinding experience where you weren't aware. You weren't aware that this was something that you were kind of always hitting yourself caught up into, right? And so look at that process. So this is the progression, right? Because you got these two for the first row. There's this progression, right, of just getting caught up with outside noise, and then being forced to like unconsciously making decisions. And now here you're not blinded, but there's this awareness that you're closing your eyes to go within, to tap in, right? And this just continues. The light is almost like getting stronger. So these were your middle cards, right? This nice progression of not being aware to tapping into higher power, becoming more aware, right? And now look, even this one, like their eyes are closed, but there's this freedom with this experience. Yeah, wow. So this definitely was a change in the wind, not just any type of change, but it was rejuvenation and connection to your higher power. So this journey was no joke. This journey was no joke. Let's get 3 cards for advice. Let's get 3 cards for advice. What do you need to pay attention to? Yeah, no more pain. You're walking away from pain. You're walking away from heartbreak. You're walking away from a cycle. And so being able to trust in the unknown, being able to trust in the process, not fearing the pain, but embracing it because you know, I mean, you lived it, and or you're living it, and or you will live it. That this experience, this transformative experience is what is setting you free, or has set you free, right? And so this particular 10 of Swords feels more liberating than the regular 10 of Swords, where the swords are in that person's back. There's no swords in this person's back. This person is seeing exactly what's happening, and they're able to walk away from it without getting harmed. So it's like ending the cycle in a different way. Ending the cycle in a different way. So the advice is to trust the process, to trust in the unknown, that these experiences are guiding you exactly where you need to go. 2 more, please. 2 more cards for advice. 2 more, please. Another Ace of Pentacles. Oh, this is Page of Pentacles. Yeah, new beginnings. Taking your time, right? Look at how that big pentacle is in their hands. The roots are going through it. There's like this gentleness with this process. So be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with how you're nurturing your time, your resources, and your body. I mean, there's earth energy in that, right? And so how you're nurturing your body through this healing process, how you're nurturing and maintaining and setting limits with your time, how you're nurturing your finances, right? This could have been something that you were latched onto financially. Maybe there was some type of, I mean, I don't know the duration of this experience for you, this relationship, this connection. It could have been something that was lasting. It could have been something quick. I mean, it definitely started off quick. But taking your time, there's this feeling of like, take your time through this process, right? 1 more, please. 1 more. The Ace of Pentacles, the hands, there's this like, they've been nurturing this, Like look at the hands, the soil in the hands. So it's almost like, you know, when you're a gardener and you're just kind of taking your time, right? Moving the soil around, pouring water, the seeds, like there's this pace when you're a gardener or when you're nurturing flowers, plants. Like there's no rushing that process. Like there's this knowing that you're slowly going to get results. You may not see it overnight once you put that seed in, right? But over time, you know, doing what you need to do to take care of it, it's going to blossom. So just take your time with this process if you haven't done so already. 8 of Wands, the ideas are going to come, right? You're going to have ideas. You're going to have connection, communication. Wand energy is fire energy. There's going to be excitement, reignite. Like this reminds me of like, you know, like during the holidays you have like those glow sticks, those sticks with the little you go like this. I don't know what they're called, lighters. They're 4th of July in the US, right? Like they're the little long sticky thingies, and then you light them up, and then this is what it reminds me of, because the tips right here are all lit, and so there's almost like this celebration. So anticipate, right? Enjoy the process, right? Enjoy the process. Trust the process of the unknown. Nurture yourself, because there's going to be a celebration, there is a celebration. So let's do one more wisdom of the oracle from the universe. Let's see one more, please, to close this out, and I'll read this to you. Yeah, take your time with this transformation, regeneration. I mean, even when things, you know, burn to the ground, right? It's gonna take time for things to flourish again. So it's yeah. Don't feel soulmates. It ended with this one, right? So there's definitely some type of connection here. Let's see, where's my little here it is, soulmates. 41. 41. 41. 154. All right, so this says essential meanings: harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. Look at that. The oracle message: you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them. Let's recap on that, shall we? The strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. There you go, everyone. I hope that made sense. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. I want to know where you are. Past, present, future. Where is the story in your life? And yeah.